So lots of mums can feel quite nervous about feeding out and about. However, you are legally allowed to feed wherever you would like. The more people that breastfeed in public, the more normalised it can become.
My mum always tells me how different it is now, and she'll often give me a blanket and go, do you want to cover up or anything? I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm not going to put a blanket over her head if it's hot or whatever. But she tells me there's times where she's been out to eat with my brother when he was a baby, and somebody's come to her going, people are eating, so you can't feed him here. People are eating. She goes, yeah, my son's trying to eat as well. You're going to have to leave because you can't do that here.
My female family, they weren't too bothered about it. They were just like, yeah, get it out wherever you want to do it. But my male members of my family were like, oh gosh, no, and would walk out the room if I would feed her. I was just like, I don't care. Just get them out. You know, it is what it is. She's got to feed.
I've had like the odd stare off a man, like looking directly at my boobs and things. Which made me feel uncomfortable, but I think boobs have been sexualised when they are for feeding babies. So for me, I sort of ignore that and just carry on feeding in public.
I mean, there's been times where I've been wondering, especially with my first, I've been wondering like, oh, were they looking at me funny? And I don't know whether that was because I was maybe had it in my head that was going to happen, or whether it was, I've not had anybody actually approach me and going, oh, you can't do that here. But there's one experience where I thought it was going to go that way. This woman came up to me and she was like, are you breastfeeding? And I was like, yes. So she was like, no, mama. Like, she was like literally in the middle of the shopping centre, like, woo! So it was a complete opposite experience. So I do really think that times are changing and it's getting more accepted now.
I think the funniest one was when we were in IKEA, and it was in the corner, and we thought, okay, it's a quiet corner and everything like that. So we're sitting there, and then realised the actual this glass window to the side of us and everything like that. So everybody's wandering past us can see everything that's going on. That kind of steals.
Yeah, but then as we sat down to breastfeed,
yes,
about 3 other mothers with little babies, they'd not been breastfeeding at that point. We sort of shared glances, and then they all did the same.
Yeah, it became breastfeeding.
It was like,
central.
wow, everybody's just popping them out now. I don't know, it was kind of like an acknowledgement of, yeah, you're safe here. And it was just wonderful because they just kept smiling at me. I was just smiling back. I was just like, it was a really good, positive experience for our first time.
And everybody's been really supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've never really had a problem, have we?
No,
you know, it's different now. You don't have to put a blanket over their head and make them all hot and stuffy.
Mm.
So yeah, I think we just need to be a little bit more confident in it.
A few tips to share if you are feeling uncomfortable about feeding out and in public is to go with somebody that you feel nice and comfortable with. I often say to mothers, practice in front of a mirror as well, because what you can see from this position is quite different to what somebody can see from that position. And there are quite a lot of accessible clothing around that can support you with breastfeeding as well.